07 and welcome, Commanders. You probably guessed we're going to take a quick look at the Corsair ship just released by Frontier Developments for Elite Dangerous today. And now we're going to take a look and we're going to just kind of give you the rundown of what's going on. You can actually buy in the store. You cannot get this in-game yet with credits, but you can get it in the store for ARCs. If you want the standard version, it's 16,520 ARCs. The Corsair Stellar version is 33,000 ARCs. Now, if you buy the Stellar version and you want the ship kit along with it, it's 16,800, which ends up being about the same price as it would have been just to buy the Stellar. I totally recommend that you buy the Stellar because then once you buy the Stellar, you can purchase in the store for credits as many of the standard version as you want, and you can switch ship kits and all that because the Corsair does come with a ship kit if you buy the Stellar version. And yeah, we're just going to take a quick look. We can take a quick look at either one of them. Right now we've got the Stellar version out, which comes literally with everything. You don't have to do a whole lot of changing if you don't want to, but here's what they've got. The loadout. Let's go to the loadout right here. We have, obviously, we have a pulse laser, and then we have two multi-cannons. These are the class 3s. These are big boys. Okay, these will put a hurting on somebody. And then they also have the pulse laser 2s. You have two of those on each side, and then one underneath is the multi-cannon. So it's a nice layout. It would be definitely something that you might think about doing, especially if you don't have, if you don't have some of the other weapons out there. These are great choices. I would definitely engineer all this stuff to be, much better at what they do. They decided to go with pulse lasers and multi-cannon. Now, both pulse lasers and multi-cannon. Pulse laser is more for your hull, if you want to hit the hull harder, and a multi-cannon obviously will strip shields pretty quick. So it's not a bad loadout. It's a good ship. The utility mounts that come with it are a heat sink launcher, which you may or may not need depending on how much shooting you're doing. Your shield booster is a 0A, so it's top of the line. You got your point defense turret. Now you notice too, neither one of these are engineered. You can get those both engineered at Ramtaw and get them with more ammunition, and that's good. It also comes with a kill warrant scanner. That's another thing that you might want to down the road engineer it, but it will work. It will get you to where you need to be, especially in power play, which I believe that's what this ship was intended for, was power play. And I'll get into more of that here in a few minutes. It does come stock with a military grade composite, good, nice, sturdy one. Power plant is obviously an A rated. The thrusters are A rated. The frame shift drive is A rated and SCO, and then it which is the good one. You want that. And then the life support is a 4D, which is good. And then you got your power distributor at a 7A and your sensors at a 6D. Perfectly fine. Everything's looking good here. Then you get into your optional internal. Now this one is a little questionable, but it does have the 6C bi-weave generator, which is the shield generator, which is perfect. If you're going to have a shield that's, and you're going to go do combat, this is perfectly viable for pretty much anything. Now this does have quite a few cargo racks, so I would probably get rid of at least two of these and then just put in some. I have access on this account to the Guardian shield booster tech or shield, whatever, shield module tech, and I would put those on here. The fuel scoop is optional if you're going to be traveling a lot in this particular ship, going around doing your power play or whatever. You might want a fuel scoop, but otherwise another shield booster would be fine. Shield module. The hull reinforcement and the module reinforcement with a shielded ship, this is not that important to me. I would definitely go after the shield modules, the Guardian shield modules for both of these. It does come with the operations limit controller, which is perfect for power play. You can, and it's pretty big size, so it can definitely hack signs fairly quickly. You got your planetary vehicle hangar. You do have to buy the actual the SRV to go in it, and you probably want a Scarab, which is what most people get, because it does the most stuff. The detailed surface scanner, obviously, that's a good thing to have. There are better versions out there from the Torval Mining Limited or whatever their name is over there. Find those guys, find out where, you might have to Google that, but just find out where you can get the better surface scanners. And in an advanced planetary suite. Now, I did go ahead and I bought the SRV bay with the Scarab in it. There it is, beautiful. You can paint that up, make it look however you want if you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it, just take out the bay, put another a Guardian shield module in. So let's go back. We'll take a look now at the colors you can get with this ship. We're going to go ahead and look in the livery, or the livery, whatever the hell it is. All right, so you go in there. Now you got your, obviously you can paint either one of these. I'm going to look at the Corsair. We're going to go through some of the colors you can get and whatnot. We've got currently I have the Obscura Purpurius, and you can get other colors below, boys. There's the Corsair Arcus Pink, which is a great color. You should definitely have that. This is the one that comes stock with the Stellar version, which is the Imperial Argentius. Cool. And then you got down here, you got the Obscure. We got that one. Arcus Red. That's another one. That's pretty cool. It's a little dark. I know it's hard to see, but it's the only way we're going to be able to see it right now. The Corsair Chrome. We can look at that. Definitely, that is the reflective chrome. So when it looks black like that, it looks that's because it's reflective. And then the chromed, which is kind of a brushed chrome. It's a little easier to see the chrome, but obviously not as cool as a reflective chrome. Come on. Then you got your gold. This is the reflective gold. Okay, and so it's much the same as chrome, but gold. And then the golden, which is the brushed gold. Now we've got the Imperial Cariolis. Excuse me if I say any of that wrong, don't know, but it's a nice blue. So if you are fighting for Aisling, then this is your color. There you go. Here's for the purists of you. The Corsair Imperial Candidus. I don't know, but it looks cool. It's a lot of white, though. A lot of white going on there. That's for the pure Empire, diehard right there. The Corsair Obscura Fulvus is another nice color. It's kind of a gold and a black. It looks really nice. You got your Obscura Lividus, which is blue again, and black, or I don't know. It looks more like a space gray to me, or a gray. It doesn't necessarily look black. The Obscura Rubber. Now the Obscura Rubber is cool. I like that one because it's nice and bright. It's like a very bright red. Almost an orange. The Corsair Praetor Gray. Yeah, that's a beauty. That's very plain. That's for you Amish folk. The Corsair Praetor Yellow is... I like this one because it's nice and bright and it looks good. But for my first ship, I decided not to go with that. I went with the other one. So obviously, if you have colors available to your ship, you can put on whatever color weapon, engine, whichever voice you want for the Kovas. The decals, you can get all kinds of different decals. I'm currently sporting my power play ones, but yeah, they're nothing fancy because my level's pretty low. My ship kits, the ship kits that come with it are the Javelin Ship Spoiler 1 and the Javelin Ship Spoiler 2. Okay, and you can see what they look like if you just cursor over them, or move your mouse or whatever over them. You can see which ones, which I prefer this one right here, and then that's that. And then you've got your Wings. You got your ship wings. Got your ship wings 1, your ship wings 2. So if you just kind of go back and forth, you can kind of see the difference of what's going on there. So you got those. Those come with it. Then you've got the Javelin ship bumpers. So this is where you get either beak or no beak. And that's the beak. That's the no beak. I'm definitely a no beak guy. Okay. So if you're a beak guy, there's a beak for you. You got your beak. Okay. Don't be mad because I don't like the beak. Just it's the way it is. So there's that. And then of course you can use a banner if you have one on the tail. I'm not a fan of Asslings. Oh, I think I got the wrong banner. No, I didn't. Aressa's banner should be purple and it's not as blue, which kind of bums me out a little bit. I also wish they had green for the ship color. That way I could make, a metallic green or a lime green. Probably metallic green would be better, but I'm sure they'll come out with that eventually. But usually when I make an AX ship, anti-Xeno ship, I put it in green. So I remember that's the green one is the one to shoot the Thargoids with. That's what I do. And then of course you got all of your identification, depending on how much you have on these unlocked, you can use those. Then you got your cockpit accessories, which goes all the way down to the bottom here. And you can even get the string lights and all the fun stuff. Okay. So then obviously your Scarab, you can do the same to it. You can paint it, you can put decals on it. So if you want to paint it, you got to go find this is purple, so doesn't have a real, there you go, purple. And then you can go, there's all kinds of colors. You can buy whatever you want, but obviously then you do your weapons, do purple. Got to have purple weapons with purple paint, right? And then Verity, I don't care who that is. So now your decals, then you put on your decals, you probably want to pick the whatever you're into. This is for power play, so I'll just put power play 1 on it. There you go. Look at that, huh? And then you got your right decal. Usually on the right and the left I'll put the Empire one, but it doesn't look good on these darker colors. So I'm a little bit bummed about that because you can't really see it. Yeah, see, you can't really see it even. It's just kind of invisible. Let's see, I could do Brewer. Yeah, there's a black, there's a white one. At least you can see it, kinda. Okay, not that I use this very often, so I'm not too worried about it, but I'm gonna put it on there anyway. Yeah, some of the decals, they need to be colorized a little bit better. So you have that, and then obviously then you have your standard version. Now the standard version just is kind of an empty shell. You can just upgrade it however you want it. I don't know why it's not coming up here. It's down here somewhere. Oh, there it goes. And then you use this, and now that's the pink one, obviously. Gotta have pink. This is gonna be my AX ship at some point. Once I get all that done, then I will do a video about how they fly. We'll do a fly video in a separate video. But basically this is the same kind of deal. We can go through I've already kind of messed with this one a little bit. There was a couple little pulse lasers or something on here. I took those off, threw them out. The utility mounts comes with nothing. The core internals. Now I did upgrade the to military grade composite because I'm going to need that. Obviously everything was E-rated, so I had to upgrade everything. So I upgraded the power plant, the thrusters, the frameshift drive. I'm actually going to put the bigger frameshift drive on this one. The SCO, the extra, the one that's got the pre-engineered version of the SCO. I'm going to put that on here. So right now we're just rocking a 5A, but we'll get a pre-engineered one on there. Life support is fine. Power distributor 7A, right? So these were all E, including the sensors, and the life support were all E. So I upgraded them all to the next level. Now in here there was a couple cargo racks and a Super Cruise Assist. I got rid of all that, and because I got stuff. I just got to go take this. I got to put this on my carrier and fix it up. There's no vehicle bay on this. So that's pretty much where we stand right now as far as what the ship looks like, how much it is, and all that kind of thing. Like I said, we'll get into some flight tests later on in the week when I get done upgrading and modifying it, and then I'll show you guys all the fun stuff. And don't forget, join me on Saturday for the live stream, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It's about 9 o'clock p.m. BST. We'll see you then, Commanders. 07.